Hello, this is Dumont, and I'm here for part 2 of the SD Gundam capsule toy reviews. This one right here is a set of 5, and they're called the SD Gundam Bind Series 5, okay? So it's a Series 5 set of 5, and they're all called Bind robots. This one right here is Rick Diaz, which is a robot that I'm familiar with just because from the cartoon show that I watched growing up from Zeta Gundam, I believe. Although this weird tail whip looking type weapon is new. Basically what they did is they brought in classical characters from the Gundam line and added some new things here and there and called them bind, right? For a purpose that I will show you in a little bit. Okay, so this is Rick Diaz. This next one right here is Cross Bones Gundam. So let me bring this guy to the front. This is Cross Bones Gundam, which is basically a Gundam in a whole pirates type, I don't want to say cosplay, but so you can see he has like a whole pirate theme going on. Right here, there's some excellent detail. There's a Jolly Roger, which is a skull and crossbones marking right there. He has like what looks like almost kind of like an eye patch, so he has like one eye. This hand right here is like a some type of blade-looking weapon, so he's actually missing a hand. You see that with the pirates. And his sword, if you can see, is kind of like a. It almost reminds me of like a pirate ship. It just kind of has that kind of look. In the back, you can see his boosters is kind of like in a crossbow pattern right there. So it goes very well with the theme. Very, very cool looking Gundam. This one right here is Super Gundam. And, perhaps he is the most boring of the bunch. He has... he's basically a Gundam with like 2 shield things going on his arms, on each side of the arms. And then he has like this humongous backpack, which the original did not have. This... is awkward, but it's basically for the bind feature, which, like I said, I will be showing that to you guys. Let's move along. This is Jeong. Jeong is pretty much the last boss, the nemesis to Gundam in the original Classics TV series, also in the first movie that came out. So this is Jeong right here. Jeong was, if Gundam is based off of like a samurai knight in armor, then Jeong is based off of like a shogun looking dude that would be sitting in the castle. That's the kind of outfit that it's kind of based off of. The head right here, of course, is like this real dragonoid head, which is not, this is for the bind feature. The original Jeong's head did not look like this at all. So, but as far as the legs right here, in the TV series, some people say that they didn't have time to complete him, so because they were kind of like in a rush, so they didn't have time to complete the legs. But then like the scientist says something like, no, that's not true. He's perfect the way he is. He doesn't need legs, So it makes him looking very, very unique. So that's cool. And then this is a Gundam that I'm not familiar with. He looks pretty cool. The back boosters stick out a little bit similar to the Cross Bones Gundam, except there's not. Cross Bones has 4 because it's an X shape. This guy just has 2 huge boosters. Okay, so the whole set is called the Bind series because basically you get either an accessory or part of the actual robot from each figure. Remember, there was 5, and you combine them together to create this guy right here, which his name is Holy Beast Poseidia, right? So that's the whole gimmick of this set. Like in the previous one that I showed you in part 1, it was basically like you could create your own Frankenstein version by putting them together. Well, in this one, you create a very specific creature, which is right here, Poseidia, which has like a head of like this dragon type thing, and I guess has like 4 wings / flipper looking things, and this awesome looking tail. So it's a very interesting looking creature, to say the least. I like it very much. So this whole bind set reminds me of in the Marvel action figure toy line, where it's like a build-a-figure, that type of thing. So that's very, very cool that they brought that to this whole SD Gundam Gashapon world.